Hello, class. We are going to talk about space exploration today, on why I'm going to persuade you that NASA needs a bigger budget so we can do space exploration. I wanted to show my background screen first, kind of give you a context on why I love this subject so much. Okay. So, NASA. It's one of the best things I think that's ever happened to America. We created an agency that helps space exploration and the science to push toward a brighter future. Why do we need space exploration? Obviously, that's the hugest question. But I'm going to start with the fact on why I chose this as my topic. So, I chose this topic because I've always had a curiosity looking up into the sky on what space holds for all of us out there. And I always see all the stars, know that's every star has galaxies full of planets and planets that are full of life. I know everyone doesn't believe in aliens yet. Some people do. But I believe there are definitely out there. And I'm curious if we can finally meet them. Hopefully in my lifetime. I don't know, but that's what I want. Now, I also did this because my favorite film genre as a film major is sci-fi. I love sci-fi film. Call it cheesy, but it's one of my favorites. And then to give context of the images, this is Satellite Dish, obviously exploring the universe, which we do today. And then this is the new SpaceX Starship that they are developing as we speak, that will hopefully send people to the moon, and then one day Mars, and then one day beyond. But it's in development as we speak. That is reality. That's what it's pretty much going to look like. So, why do we need space exploration? Well, simple answer is curiosity. Curiosity drives innovation. It drives us as a species to push farther and find answers. Now, obviously, it's somewhat of a fantasy or a science fiction at the moment with like these images. These are all science fiction images, drawings, stuff like that. But we're honestly not that far off if we have the proper budget and the proper time to make this happen. Maybe not on my time, but this is a moon base. That's not far off. Shooting stars. There's Earth. There's a robot. This is from the Jetsons, I think. Again, I know it's a show and it's make-believe and all that. This could be reality one day. And then this is really cool. This is, if we lived in like giant space stations and we travel a galaxy, we have growing plants and animals and all that inside the tube protecting us from the UV rays. How about that? Isn't that amazing? So, I emphasize all of these images like this because I want to show you of the possibilities if we have a higher budget and our government focuses, I think, a lot more on what space exploration can do. And again, we don't know yet. And that's what makes it exciting. So I want to discuss a little bit more reasons of the different things we could learn from maybe movies that could help us when it comes to space exploration. So movies that have inspired, obviously, me in picking this topic are movies like 2001 Space Odyssey. It's a classic movie. Aliens, extraterrestrial. Contact. Aliens, extraterrestrial. Again, with huge NASA budgets in both of these movies they have. Moon, when we have a moon base, helps understand how lonely it could be and how we need to learn from that. Interstellar, a lot of people have seen it. The black hole scenes, everything like that, going to different galaxies. That's what I want to be reality one day. And we can make that happen. The Martian. I hope to be alive when we get to have a Mars base one day, and I think it can happen. It really can. And pushing that agenda maybe could change how we see our world and how we protect our world. Less violence. Ad Astra, movie that went under the radar. Another movie that really explores how we can, with the right budget, if we put in the same budget we put into military, we can have an amazing space agency. Like in that movie, we go from space elevators, you travel from a space elevator to the space station. You go from the space station to the moon on like an airplane budget. You go on that airplane to a rocket that sends you to Mars. You go from Mars and it sends you another rocket to whatever planet or station you're heading to next. But the thing is, I want to be alive, and I want to see just as much as a lot of other people want to see a world where we can see space exploration be almost as easy as jet travel is today. Now, obviously, let's talk about the Apollo missions. The Apollo missions what started it all. That's what got us to the moon. We collected space rocks. We collected things. They were great for its time. Fortunately, it got disconnected in the 70s because the budget dropped. Federal budget dropped due to Vietnam and a lot of other political things. Space shuttle showed up. Now, I grew up with the space shuttle, so I have a special heart for my space shuttles. The space shuttles did a great job. They were supposed to do more. It just wasn't in the budget. They were supposed to be, autonomous, where they can be able to be fully renewable. And yes, the shuttle itself is renewable, but everything else isn't. So it cost a lot. And in 2011, those also ended. But it did build the International Space Station, which is amazing. Now, to basically sum up what I'm trying to explain, here's the budget for this year for both NASA and the military. $934 billion for the military, $22.6 billion for NASA. Unfortunately, space is not cheap. I get the implications of military, but I also want to see NASA built and explored to become a better place for all. And this looks 60 years old, while this looks like the future. When it should be, this should look like the future, in my opinion. Now to finish off, a couple images. Star Trek, moon base, another Star Trek image. I want to finish by stating why I think space exploration is so fun. From a quote by Captain Kirk. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of, obviously, these space stations, spaceships. Their continued mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life, new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. That says it all to me right there. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, goosebumps on your arms, that's what we need. And I think if we do this, we have a brighter future for all. And the generations after us could see a beautiful, multi-planetary world for us to explore. And so much technology can be built out there. We don't know yet, There could be new periodic table elements, obviously, out there that we could use for our benefit. We could cure diseases by different things that we find on different planets. Anything is possible, and I think that is the reason why space exploration is the future. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed.